fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
60 outlaw. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Kill. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this.
How did they get outside right there?
25-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
He's crashing. He's checking protein spill. Get it.
From the 29, Locke, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it'll bring up third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Look at me, zipper.
Throwing his Lock on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Fletcher Cox
in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Well, that sucks for you. Oh, what?
Inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 27. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Dante Pettis with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down.
Stop, bro.
At the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after, either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, exit. You ready? Yep.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down, it looks like,
all
right
day.
at the 15. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Come on, set. Stick the oar. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Hey! Give me 2 jet bombers. Give me 2 jet bombers. Come to my work. Step.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Now. Hey, Alpha. Come on. Let's go, let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Will Fuller, his 21st touchdown of the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Oh, you fucker. You can't do that, bro. It'll stay in bounds. I was trying to make it so you returned it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. First carry for Royce Freeman. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Let's go. 18 Gators.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
Fletcher Cox is eating.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Haywood! Top defense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Dante Pettis with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Orbit. Let's put that team on the bus. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Will Fuller. Touchdown number 22 on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio.
Good. And a route is on here in this first half.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Oh, shit. That was way bad.
Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You have the reads, man.
Entertaining start to this.
You have the reads, you're just not throwing it fast enough.
Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, Brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete.
Fuck, I fucked up my adjustments.
And he
Nice
gets
pass.
it to the 30 when it's all said and done. First target, first catch, and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Alert! 3 out! Shift! 6-6, pull it high. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey! High 7.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And his throw is incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt. 3rd down here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right.
Oh, hold that block, bro.
String together these
all you gotta do.
drives that end up in points. It's almost like
Double
a run
wow,
in basketball
double wow.
to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Stand. Move. Check three. Alert three. Hey, Sam on. Hey, watch that. General West, get it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Oh, my
Picked up
God.
by Justin Simmons.
Ball got there hella
He's had a
late.
fantastic rookie season.
But that's his ability. Just gotta loft it.
Wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
Mike's 50. Go.
Another try after the first down sack. Locke under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Joker. Hey, wahoo!
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Bro, what? Of course.
This is fielded inside the 5.
Let's go, Jamal Adams.
That a 65-yard punt. And the
Chargers
Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
He's blitzing. It's a TD.
Check. Hey, Foxtrot. Rush in. Look, squeeze. Slam. Yeah. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go. 5.
2nd and 10. And an alley to run. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First down, Chargers.
Look at me. Zip, hit.
Back to throw here. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. They'll drop the throw. Completes it to Coleman. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
Good defense. I'll show you my run back.
To escape, and he goes down.
Sorry.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll set up a throw. He's got Fuller. Touchdown, L.A. Will Fuller with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
Man, that up perfectly.
From the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Pilot, 64, wait, get it.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw it is Locke. And that will be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
I wasn't even calling timeout, but
this is a good one.
What?
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Had to try it.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, Fuller.
Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
You're out. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Now.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Ready, ready. 18 Gators. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe. Hey, exit. Mike, 53. Go. 53. Mike.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
18 big yards on that one. And
you're going to put Chubb?
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of coverage. Yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey. Mike.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
What the fuck was that?
At the goal line. It's Chris Harris.
Oh, Burrow.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions.
I led him to the corner. That was way behind him.
Gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Hey, Orbit. Mike 50. Blue draw Corker. Ricky. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check 13. Check 13. Big Griffin.
On second down, it's Lindsey. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Clock now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard
Appreciate you, though.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Go.
You're not going to blitz me.
Here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 4th
Oh my
time,
God.
it's an interception.
What?
It's Chris Harris
Did that go
with
through
the
my
pick.
hands?
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions.
It went through me.
You can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is.
He missed the
and
ball.
Way too much. Because
Wow.
now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Should throw it sooner. You had me.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
2nd and 5. The 20. Complete. It's Henry. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Dude, he fucking hit him.
Interception.
What?
It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return will stop.
He hit my guy, bro.
At the 15-yard line.
Dude,
Those
fuck
INTs
this
all
game.
stand.
What?
Throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up. Check 37. Let's go.
Another run by Lindsey. And an alley to run. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And
I'm glad it wasn't on target.
incomplete.
I was picking
I know
that.
coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the 1st down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. Offense back out now for 1st and goal after the successful fake.
Go. Yeah. Get.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys continue to pour it on. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you're doing. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside.
Fuck.
Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing.
And the Broncos get there and take it down. Derek Wolfe able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Dante Pettis with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's Locke. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the car.